Hey, what's up, Bropair? Welcome back to the channel, and today's video is going to be a little bit of a story time. So something happened to me with my host kid this past weekend, and yes, he made me cry. So I wasn't going to make a video about this. I didn't feel as though I needed to. But this happened this past Friday, and it's been a couple days. It's been like a week, and it's still been on my mind this whole week. So that's why I felt it was necessary, because then I started thinking about the deeper meaning behind what had happened, and I just feel as though, because I made this channel to help our community and to let you guys in on everything that I'm experiencing throughout my whole Bropair adventure. And so I felt as though if I didn't make this video, or if I didn't let you guys know about what had happened, then I would be doing a disservice to you, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so here's what happened. Last week Friday, we went to the movies, and we went to go and see Dark Phoenix because we kind of have the same movie taste, so we watch a lot of movies together. And so on the drive back home, we were listening to the radio, and then a commercial comes on, and it's talking about Father's Day. So now this was Friday, and Father's Day is going to be on this Sunday. Once the commercial ended, it was a little quiet in the car, and then Houston says to me, "Jarryd," and I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I know you're not my father, but I just want to wish you a happy Father's Day." And I heard that, and like at first I didn't know if I heard him correctly, but like in the back of my mind I knew what he had said, and I was just like, "Thank you, boy, I do appreciate that." And then the rest of the car ride home, I was very quiet. I didn't say anything. And then we got back to the house, and then everything, we got back into like the usual routine, getting ready for bed, brushing teeth, whatnot. And then I put the boys to bed. So I went to go and edit. And then the morning comes, and I didn't really give it much thought. I usually go out on Saturdays, and like I'm out full day with my friends on Saturdays and whatnot, and I'll usually sleep out. So I have breakfast, I see the boys, we hang out a little bit, and then I get in my Uber and I go to visit my friend. And then we go and do stuff all day, meet up with other people, and just have a good time. And so, yeah, I was doing a bit of drinking, just having a good time, responsible drinking though. And so it came to about, I think it was about midnight. And then I met up with one of my other friends, and now she's met the boys. We've all hung out together, and so like she kind of knows my situation. And I saw her, and now we went to like this other bar, and then like we just chilling at the back of the bar, and then we're just talking. And then I'm not too sure how we got on like this topic, but I start trying to tell her what happened the previous day or the previous night. And the moment I started, like I started like choking up, and it was difficult because like I could feel like the emotions slowly coming through, and like this was like I hadn't even gotten the story out, and like I already felt like the tears in my eyes. And so I'm like telling her the story, or like I'm attempting to tell her the story, and it's just not coming out. And then all of a sudden, like it just, like the floodgates opened, and then like I just went like from 0 to 100, like full on emotional. And I mean, remember that I'm in a bar at the moment, and like there's other people around. So then she's like, "No, let's just get out of here. Let's leave." And I was like, "Cool, whatever." So we leave, and then eventually like we went to a place where like I could speak to her, and still like trying to tell her the full story. Like I was still like, I was sobbing, and like it wasn't one of those cute cries. It was like It was one of those ugly cries where you like. So, I just like I was extremely emotional. I'm glad that I had her to like just give, like I had her in that moment, and just so she could just hear me out. Basically, it was just really, really tough. And so once I gotten the story out and I said everything, it made me realize the impact that this program has on the au pair, as well as the host kids, and even like the family as a whole. Because you truly, I mean, if you spend the whole 2 years and whatnot, you do your extension year with them, even more so, but you become so attached to the family and you become so attached to the kids because you're spending so much time with them. So I feel there's two distinctions between au pairs. One is your au pair that comes in and is coming to have their gap year and enjoy their gap year and whatnot, and they just merely look after the kids. I mean, like, they do a good job, I guess, but they just look after the kids. And then there's the second kind of au pair. This au pair gets fully invested within the family and, more importantly, like the children. And they are either the older brother or older sister figure, and they see their host kids as their younger siblings. But then there's also like situations where it's like mine, where there is no father present, and so I have taken on that fatherly figure role, and I do treat these boys as if they're my own. I treat them as if they are my sons. And I think it's not necessarily right, but then again, it's not necessarily wrong. But it's just, I guess, how I feel I've chosen to do my program. I think that's also why it hit me so hard, as I said, because I treat them as they are my sons. In hindsight, everyone knows at the end of the day that you're gonna have to leave, whether it's a year, 2 years, whatever. But in that moment, like in your normal day-to-day with the kids, you honestly forget about it. You forget that you're gonna leave. It's like you do feel that you are part of the family, and you truly do forget about it. And I think not necessarily just the au pair, but I think even the family forgets about it from time to time, especially like in those like happy moments and stuff. Like, it's like you're present there with that happening, and it's like the thought of you leaving is the furthest thing from your brain right now, like at that moment. It does get very tough, because in that moment with me crying and whatnot, I realized that I truly love these boys with all my heart. And then I remembered I'm going to be leaving next year, and I don't know if or when I'm gonna see them again. And I think that's what hit me the hardest, is just that unknown of, will I ever see them again? The impact that we have as au pairs, it needs to be realized, because it's not just like some little job, and you're literally molding these kids into essentially who they're going to become as adults. Also, like, dependent on their ages and whatnot, like a 1-year-old and like younger is not really going to remember you, like, unfortunately. But like with my situation, the boys are old enough to remember, and it's It's just genuinely tough. What I want to leave you with is that age-old saying of it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. My advice to you is just to treat them my advice to you is to treat your host kids as your own. Treat your host kids as your family members, because essentially that's what they become. And the impact that you have on them will last a lifetime. Whether they're old enough to remember you or not, you're gonna stay in their hearts forever, as they will be in yours. And current and future au pairs, I just hope you realize that. Especially the au pairs, or the prospective au pairs that are thinking that this is going to be just all fun and games. I mean, yes, you're playing with kids, like it's going to be fun and games, but there's a deep meaning behind this job. And I mean, like I even hate saying the word job because it doesn't feel like a job to me, but this role, there's a deeper meaning behind this role, and I hope that you fully understand that. Well, thank you for listening, guys. I do appreciate it. Thanks for giving me your time and watching this. And if you liked it, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. I'll see you in the next one.